Hello everyone, welcome to Technical Talks with Technocrat Pradeep G. Today's topic, let us learn how to configure static routing in IPv6 network. Look at the topology on the screen. So I'm using a Cisco packet tracer for this lab, and I have 3 routers and then 2 computers connected. And if you observe the IP addresses, I am going to assign IPv6 addresses. So presently I have put a labels here. See here I am giving 2000:0:1:1/48 to fast Ethernet 0/0 of a fast router. This particular computer is having 2000:0:1:2/48. In the sense, this is 1:0 network. Now the other side I have 2:1 and 2:2 connected. So this is 2:1 network. Now the second router is connected to 3:1 and other side is 3:2. The last router is having 4:1 and the computer is having 4:2. So since first router will be knowing 1:1 network as well as a 2:1 network, by default it doesn't know how to route the packets to 3:1 and 4:1 network. Now second router knows 2:1 and then 3:1 network, and it doesn't know where is 1:1 and 4:1 network, so it cannot route by default. Now third router knows 3:1 and 4:1 network, and it doesn't know how to route packets to 2:1 and then 1:1 network. Look at the topology carefully and understand the IP address, whatever I have assigned. Okay. You can pause this video so that you can read those numbers properly. Compared to IPv4, you might take more time to understand and analyze these numbers. Now I'll quickly go ahead and then assign an IP address to this computer, 2000:0:1:2, and its default gateway will be a fast Ethernet 0/0 of my first router. So let us quickly do that. See here in a computer I have a section below here wherein I can give IPv6 address 2000:1:2/48. /48 here represents a global prefix. 2000:0:1:1 is a default gateway. The colon here represents all the numbers in between are zeros. Similarly, I'll go to last computer and then let me assign the IPv6 address to last computer. Then we will go ahead and configure all the routers. So this is 4:1 network. 4:2 is an IP address of this computer. 4:1 is a default gateway for this computer. If you observe, there is a link local address which is automatically generated. First we'll go to these routers and then assign these IP addresses. Commands for assigning these IP addresses or IPv6 addresses here is pretty simple in Cisco. Cisco has made it very simple. They have just replaced IP with IPv6. In IP version 4, wherever you were using IP, you just have to replace it with IPv6. So I get into interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Instead of giving IP space address, I will give IPv6 space address. So this will take IPv6 address 2000:1:1/48 is my IPv6 address. No shutdown will bring up this port. I will exit and I will get into interface serial 0/0/0 and 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon 1 slash. I'm done configuring IPv6 address on fast Ethernet as well as a serial interface of a first router. Let me get into second router and assign 2 colon colon 2 and then 3 colon colon 1 network. So I will quickly go to second router, command line interface, enable terminal interface serial 0/0/0 IPv6 space address 1000 colon 0 colon 2 slash 48. No shutdown. Bring up the port. Interface serial 0/0/1 IPv6 space address. I'm not going to type the addresses again and again. I'm just using up arrow and then making an changes to already given IP addresses, and I gave no shutdown and exit. So now I'm done configuring IPv6 address on a second routers as well. Now let me get into third router and then quickly configure IPv6 address on this third router as well. Enable configure terminal interface serial 0/0/0 IPv6 space address 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon 2 slash 48. No shutdown. Exit. Now this interface serial has come up. Now let me get into interface fast Ethernet 0/0 IPv6 space address 2000 colon 0 colon 4 colon 1 slash 48. No shutdown. This will bring up the port. Now I'm done configuring IPv6 address on all the devices in this topology. Now how do we check the routing table? IPv4 we used to give a command show IP route. Here we need to replace IP with IPv6. So show IPv6 route will show you IPv6 routing table. I will press enter. You can see IPv6 routing table and there are 5 entries. C is connected, L is local. So what is connected? 2000 colon 0 colon 1 colon slash 48. That means this is 1 colon network. What is locally configured is 1 colon 1. Similarly, you can see 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon slash 48 is connected to serial interface. What is locally configured is 2 colon 1, and whatever you see here, it is a linked local address which is automatically generated. So 1 colon network is connected to fast Ethernet interface, 2 colon network is connected to serial interface. This router does not know how to reach 3 colon network as well as 4 colon network. That's what we're going to teach with the help of static routing. Now if I get into second router, and then in second router if I type a command show IPv6 route, this will show me IPv6 routing table wherein this is connected to 2 colon network as well as 3 colon network. It does not know where is 1 colon and then 4 colon network. So you can observe here 2 colon 2 is locally configured, 3 colon 1 is locally configured. So it does not know where is 1 colon network and 4 colon network. Let us quickly get into the last router and also check the routing table. Show IPv6. Observe this. There is a 3 colon network connected to serial interface, 4 colon colon network connected to fast Ethernet interface. So there is no entry about 1 colon colon and then 2 colon colon network because that is not directly connected. So let us configure the static routing here. So I will tell this router, I will configure this router to reach 3 colon colon network and 4 colon colon network. You should go via 2 colon colon 2, that is 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 2. So both 3 colon colon and 4 colon colon you can reach in this direction. So let me get into fast router and then global configuration mode IPv6. Remember in IPv4 we used to give a command IP route, but here it is replaced with IPv6. IPv6 route destination network 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon colon 0 slash 48. You should go to 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 2. So there is no subnet mask here. Slash 48 does not represent the network ID bits, wherein it represents global prefix. Similarly, for 4 colon colon network, also you should go via 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 2. After giving these commands, let me check the routing table. Now I have 7 entries. Earlier I had 5 entries. You can see there is letter S. S represents it's a static routing. So network 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon colon you learnt with the help of static routing. You can reach via 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 2. Same is applicable for 4 colon colon network. We learned this network with help of static routing. Let me quickly configure second and then third router for static routing. Configure terminal IPv6 route 2000 colon 0 colon 1 colon colon 0 slash 48. You can reach via 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 1. So you should be very careful configuring static routing on a second router because you are sending data in both the direction. For 1 colon colon network you send it in one direction, and for a 4 colon colon network you have to send data in the other direction. So you should be very careful giving the next hop address. For 4 colon colon 0 slash 48 you should be sending data to 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon colon 2. After typing these commands, let me check the routing table. Show IPv6 route. Now you can see 7 entries here, and yes, that is static. 1 colon colon network you can reach via 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon colon 1. Similarly, 4 colon colon network also you can reach via 3 colon colon 2. Now the last router, command line interface, get into configure terminal IPv6 route 2000 colon 0 colon 1 colon colon 0 slash 48. You can reach via 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon colon 1. Similarly, for 2 colon colon network also you can reach via 2000 colon 0 colon 3 colon colon 1. Now let us check the routing table, show IPv6 route. You can see an entry yes, that is a static. 1 colon colon can go via 3 colon colon 1. Similarly, 2 colon colon network you can reach via 3 colon colon 1. There are 2 static routing entries here. Now that my entire topology is ready with the routing, so there is IPv6 routing already configured. Now sitting in this computer, let us ping all these IP addresses one by one and let us check the connectivity. Now sitting in this computer, first let me ping my own default gateway. Then I will ping 2 colon colon 1. let me say ping 2000 colon 0 colon 1 colon 1. When I press enter, I can see a reply from my default gateway. I can successfully ping sent 4 packets, received 4 packets, 0% loss. If I try pinging 2 colon 1, again I will be able to ping success. Now let me try to ping 2 colon 2. Show you topology once again. So sitting here, I can successfully ping these 2 IP addresses. First router I can reach successfully. Now I also already configured static routing. Now when I try pinging 2 colon 2 and 3 colon 1, let us see what happens. 2000 colon 0 colon 2 colon 2. When I press enter, you will not be able to ping. Get request timed out. Wondering, so what is happening in IPv4? Whenever you configure routing, it used to work, but in IPv6, even after configuring a static routing here, it is still not working. Reason is, in all the routers, routing process is disabled by default. So sitting in this computer, when you pinged these 2 IP addresses, this router could respond back. When you try pinging anything ahead of it, this router will not forward those packets. So it will not show a route basically. So routing is disabled by default. So what you need to do is, in every router, you need to compulsorily give this command IPv6 unicast routing. By giving this command, you are enabling IPv6 routing in a first router. That means whenever this router receives any IPv6 packet, it will show a route. So let me go to first computer now. Let me try to ping 2 colon 2 and then 3 colon 1. Now after giving command IPv6 unicast route, I am trying to ping this IP address. I can successfully ping because my first router can do a routing. Now when I try pinging 3 colon 1, which is again a part of a second router, I can successfully ping. And when I try pinging 3 colon 2, again I get request timed out. Reason, the packets can successfully reach up to second router. Now the second router will not forward those packets towards the third router. Reason, IPv6 routing is disabled here. So let me quickly go to the second router and give IPv6 unicast routing. Now second router should also forward the packets, and we should be able to reach these 2 IP addresses here in a third router. But when I try reaching the last computer, third router will not forward it because IPv6 routing will be disabled there. Now 3 colon 2 I can successfully ping here. 4 colon 1 I can successfully ping. I try reaching 4 colon 2, I get request timed out. So I need to give the command IPv6 unicast routing in last router as well. Let me quickly type this command. The terminal IPv6 unicast routing. After typing this command, if I come back to this originating computer, now it should let me ping 4 colon. You can see here the TTL is to 125. So it is 128 minus 3. My packets have crossed 3 routers. So I can successfully ping all these devices in IP version 6. That's it about static routing in IP version 6. If you haven't subscribed our channel, go ahead and then click subscribe and then keep watching latest technical and educational videos. Once again, thanks for watching. It was Technical Talks with Technocrat Pradeep G. Any additional questions or suggestions, please leave a comment. Thank you very much.